Well, good morning, my angels. It's been a while, but I hope everybody had a good week last week. Hubby and I had a great vacation, and then my mother in law was still here, so I wasn't able to do videos last week. But this week, we're going to do the chakras, and I am going to do the positive way of doing it for the healing and things to help with your body and open you spiritually more. So there's different ways that you can use your chakras, but I always try to keep mine with a positive note. So I use my chakras for healing and opening up more spiritual doors. So if you'd like to follow along, today we're going to start with the root chakra. We're going to start from the bottom and we're going to work our way up. So today is the root, and the root is all about security and survival. So I got a new handbook on my crystals, and I got all of my chakras crystals to use, and I got my sage. So I've been doing a lot of shopping since we went on vacation and getting all my stuff back in order, all my oils and things too. So not a lot of people know that your chakras, even though your stones are your healing, but you can also use oils. There's types of food that can get your chakras opened. Um, for people that don't know much about it, chakras can help you with a lot of things. There's a lot of physical things it can help you with, and a lot of spiritual things. It's not just, a lot of people think of chakras as being negativity. Well, it could be if you use it in a different form. It could be used in a lot of different ways. And um, like I said, your oils are also good to do with your chakras too, because it all goes hand in hand. Um, First things first, before you can get on with doing your chakras and being able to balance them, you need to know how to, um, clean them first. So I'm going to go over that. So before I get started, I'm going to show you guys. This is my stone that I got for our root chakra, and there's different stones that you can get. The root chakra is pretty much the red. It's, you know, I don't know if you read up on it, but it tells you to think of the red flower. So the color red is our root chakra. Um, I got the hematite rock. There's a couple different ones you can get, or crystals. Um, but this is the one that I got, and this is the one that I'm going to use for the root chakra. And I already cleaned and saged before I started today. So what you can do is here, this is the root chakra, one of them. Like I said, there's different forms, but I like the ones where they're soft. They're not, some of them have, like, it feels like a rock, but I like the softer ones because they're easier to handle and to rub. So this one right here is my root chakra crystal, and that's what I use, and it's already been cleaned. And to clean them, it's better to do in the evening time, like right before you go to bed. But I just wash them off um, with water, just clean them really good. Some people put them in salt water. You can put it in salt water, you can rinse it with regular water. And then after I get done cleaning it, I usually sage it. So I take my little sage and I sage my rocks before I put them back in the container. And I always separate them. I never put them in the same bag. I always separate them so they're by themselves, they're clean, and they're ready to go for when I need to use them. And I did do my root chakra this morning, my meditation. So, um, I get a little bit more, open minded. It's supposed to help you with, um, fears and your security, your physical. And it also says that It's good for financial, emotional, it's good for your overall home, your family life. It also says that if your root chakra is off balance, you can also have feet problems with your feet. So it can turn into physical too. So I got my little handbook for my crystals here, and I want to read to you about chakra number 1, about what it says. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to share with you out of my little book. This is a very great book my hubby bought for me. All right, so the first one, root or your base chakra. Um, like I said, the colors are red, brown, gray, and black, and it also can heal through the thighs and minor related chakras in your knees, ankles, and sole of your feet. So it comes with a lot of physical problems that it can help you with too. So if they're clogged or blocked, if your root chakra is blocked, then you can run into some physical problems, as well as fears and emotional problems, financial problems, just household problems, just family wise too. Um, it can balance good health, your stamina, and develop instincts. And if it's not imbalanced, it's the fight or flight reaction, the excessive fear, anger, irritability, lack of routine, blunt instincts stuck in the past sorrows. So, all those things, if it's unbalanced, can happen. So, if you're having problems with fear or anger or irritability, or if you're stuck in the past for something that you just can't get past, your root chakra could be blocked. It needs to be balanced. So, what you do is, if you're having these problems, the fight for flight. Now, remember back in my other videos, I told you one day I would let you know that something I deal with personally that I've never said to anybody, and I never brought it up on my page. Well, now that I'm getting more healthier with this little bit of problem that I've been having, I feel like I can share it with you because it goes with the root chakras. I have a problem in my head for the fight flight. That makes the fear. And some people, they can turn it off. When they have a fear of something, most people can turn that fight flight off in their brain, but I can't. I have difficulties turning that off. So for me, the root chakra has been unbalanced probably for some quite time. But until I started getting into it and learning more about it, is when I'll be able to balance it and be able to help this problem. So I shared a little bit about myself. I have a problem with fight flight in my brain, but I don't like to take, medication and all these pills that doctors want to prescribe to you, trying to help you, which I get, that's their job, that's what they're supposed to do. But if you are a spiritual person, you can solve a lot of these health problems, mental problems, problems at home. You can solve them through your chakras. You can solve them spiritually. So that's what I've been trying to do. So that's a little bit of something about me. That's what I've been working at. So if you're having problems like that, like what I am, and you fear a lot, this could be a chakra that needs to be balanced and needs to be reopened. So what you can do is, after you buy your stones, and after they have been washed, like I said, in the evening time's better, when you get ready to go to bed, wash all of your stones. I sage mine, leave them out, and then in the morning time, you can bag them in their individual bags. That's what I do. So they're ready to go, they're charged, they're in their bags for whatever I need to do. Rather, it's helping somebody else out with the healing rocks, because they're a healing rock. And you can help others out with it too once you learn, not just yourself. Um, and then when you're ready to use, you take out your crystal, your stone, and for the root chakra, it's going to go in your pelvic area. So, like it says now, there's different ways you can do it. You can buy a bunch of the same ones of the root chakra stones and you can place them on your pelvic area. Lay back on your back and place them on your pelvic area. And you can either just place them on there and meditate as you lay there for a few minutes. And what you're going to feel is the feeling I get off of it, because my body needs my root chakra to be rebalanced at this time, is more relaxed, more calm. I can actually feel it work through my body. Sometimes, if you can't think of anything when you're meditating, just think of the red flower growing from a seed out of the ground and growing very pretty. And if you think that in your head as you're meditating, the color red, because it goes with the root chakra, then you can settle down, settle your mind down a little bit more to be able to open up for this to work. Um, if you keep doing it every day, if that's a problem you're trying to work at, eventually you will start seeing your fears go away. You're able to work through them a little bit more. Problems at home might start getting better. You know what I mean? So you have to make sure it's all the way open and in balance. It's not going to be the first time for some. Some people maybe have been needing it to be balanced for a long time, so it could take a couple of times. But my first time that I did it, I did feel in my pelvic area, I could feel it through my whole body. And once you start feeling the energy through your whole body off of it, you're getting balanced. You'll start feeling it in your mind and it'll be unclogged feeling pretty much. Another way, and the way that I do it, is I meditate for a few minutes. I let it sit on there. And after it sit on there for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, I start slowly moving it around into a circular motion onto my pelvic area. And I do it very slowly. And I feel that when I do it in a circular motion on my pelvic area, that I can feel it a little bit more than it just sitting there, if that makes sense. So you can try it either way that you want to, feels comfortable for you. And then when you're done with your stone for that time, once you start feeling the energy come off of it, you're starting to unblock that chakra. So when you get done, you can wash it right away and sage it and put it back in its bag or container. Or, like I said, you can wait till the end of the evening, just put it back in its bag now, and in evening time, get all of them out, wash them all, sage them all, clean them, and let them sit out on the counter. And then the next morning, then you can bag them up and get them ready. It all depends on how you use them. If you use them just for yourself, then you'd be able to put it in your bag and continue on. If you use it for others for healing, I would say wash it after every one, because you want to make sure that the energy is high for every person you're trying to heal, if that makes sense. Every time you wash it and you sage it, it energizes your crystals. Okay? So if you're having those problems, the root chakra, which is your first chakra, is the one that you're going to want to turn to. And that's the one that I am going to be doing personally myself, because I have some things, like I said, that I work out for the fight flight of my brain. There's different oils. So the oils that go with your root chakra that you can burn, and these are just a couple that I wrote down. There's a couple more, but there's 4 that I wrote down. The essential oils for root chakras could be your cedar wood, your frankincense, your patchouli, and your angelica. Those are just 4. There's a few more out there that go with your root chakra, but those are just 4 essential oils that you also can burn. So if you don't have your healing rocks right now and you're still trying to gather all your stuff, you can get those essential oils and burn them, and it reacts just the same. go into a smaller room and you burn it, and you can try to meditate with that. Um, Sometimes, I think the oils burning on top of your healing stones will help a little bit more. I like the healing stones because I can actually feel it a little bit more than I would with just burning the oils. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So this is our first chakra. We're going to start for number one. So if you're a person that's dealing with some of those things, maybe you need to balance your root chakra, our number one chakra. Um, I hope somebody got a little something off of this. If you have any questions, you can ask me. And tomorrow, we're just going to start working up the body. And tomorrow, we'll get on to our chakra number two. So I hope somebody got a little something off of this. And I will see you guys in the morning. Bye, guys.